Hello and welcome to rarebricksets.com. This is going to be the first of 4 videos, and we're going to be talking about the main train station that you see here in the middle. And we already covered the introduction earlier in the video. So in this video we're going to actually talk about the overall design, and to give you a little example, as we talked about in the last video, when we build our Lego sets, we take existing Lego sets as example. Just like, for example, this is a townhouse that goes with the pet shop, the 10218. When we built our train station, we tried to keep them on the same layout, the same dimensions, so that whether it's, for example, the sidewalk that you see there or the inside, the floor levels, we tried to keep everything on the same scale. So that when you build this model, as you can see, it is perfectly designed to go in between modular buildings, whether it's a townhouse or the movie theater or the department store, the fire station, doesn't matter. And so that is what we keep in mind. And the other thing, as we talked earlier, everything inside is furnished. So in this video, what I'm going to do now is literally move aside the townhouse and then also the Starbucks that we had built, and then I'm going to show you the overall layout, and then we're going to talk about the various sizes and everything else that you need to know about before you start building it. So I will see you again in a second. Here we are again, and I moved the 2 modular buildings into the back so we can simply focus on the actual train station. And to give you a basic overview of the building, we were inspired, as I talked about, just like with all of our sets that we built. The inspiration comes from the existing Lego sets. And then what we do is, with every Lego set, we will take a common color. For example, in this case, it is the dark gray. All of these pieces come off the Lego website. And then we always try to add something unique. This is our way of making them stand out a little bit. In this case, we have these dark blue pieces. These are the earth blue. And again, all these pieces came from the Lego company. The dark blue pieces come through the replacement department versus the dark gray pieces that we got through the pick-a-brick. But everything that you see in our models is always available through the Lego website. We do not use any uncommon or non-existing pieces. Now, to talk about the overall layout, what we did was we started out with a 32 by 32 plate. This is the standard plate that most of the modulars are built on. This is the standard 32 by 32. That is what this one is based on. And what we did here was we built the sidewalk just like in the modular sets. These are 8 deep, and then the building is built on the foundation that is 24 wide. So that is what we do with all of our Lego sets. We're showing you using dimensions what size to build it in, and then you can decide what pieces to use. This from here to here is 24 studs wide, and the overall size is 32 from here to here. So that is the size, and it is, as you can see here, this was built 2 bricks high. We then covered the entire floor with plates, and then we built the house, the actual train station, on it. So first, build the foundation. This is 24 by 32. Build it 2 bricks high. Then you take plates and you cover up the whole plates. And just to give you an idea, you can use whatever color you want. For example, you see how we have the black pieces there? On the inside of it, because they were covered, we had a lot of green plates. So this is why we don't give you written instructions. We want you to use existing pieces. we have green plates that cover the entire floor that you can see here. And then we simply cover them up. Nobody can see it. You would never know that there is actually green plates under the whole train station. So there you have it. Once you have that built, and whether you use the design like we did, as you can see here, we use these 1x2 bricks in the back and the front. You can pick whatever you want. Just remember, it got to be 2 high and 32 wide. This is going to be the foundation of the house. So then, next, after we built this, then we talked about the overall layout of the house. And we're going to be talking in the other videos. The next video is going to be about the ground level. Then we're going to be having a video that just talks about the upstairs here. And then finally, the last video is going to be talking about the 2 roofs. But to give you an idea, I am now going to give you the dimensions of all the walls, so that when you start building it, whether you use the pieces like that we have, doesn't matter. I'm going to talk about the dimensions of all the pieces right now, so you have something to get started with, and then you can kind of figure out what pieces you need and what you don't need. To show you the overall dimensions, I put the train station here on a little turntable. And to basically get started, we talked about earlier, we covered the foundation, the size of it, what you need to have. The building itself is 16 wide from here to here. This is 16 bricks, 16 studs. From here to here, the actual building is 26. So you have 32 by 32 plate. But you notice there's some space here on both sides. You can see the space right here. This is why we always make sure that the building, when it's on the foundation, it is always a little bit smaller than the actual foundation, so that when we add the lights do not make the building wider than the base. Otherwise, when other modulars, if you put them next to each other, the lights are going to fall off. So in this case, 16 by 26 by 9 bricks high. From here, which is the bottom, oops, sorry, didn't mean to kick the camera there. From here, see here, from here to here, 9 bricks. That is what you need to know when you actually decide you want to build it. You need to know the overall size. And then this way, once you know that, then you can add all the extra features, whether we have it the way we did it, or whether you want to do it the way you do. But what's very important is that you have to remember that when you build these, what we always do, and I'm just going to turn off the camera here, we always build our buildings from the outside first. Then we add all the features. For example, when we talk about the walls, we're talking about building the wall first, then we add the walls, and then all the interior. That comes all later. The bathroom, the office, all of that comes later. You always start with the outside first. So that is your overall dimension of the main floor. Then as far as the upstairs is concerned, there are 2 parts. This is the low roof, and then the other side is the high roof. This low one right here, this is 13 wide. This is 13 from here to here. There's 13 knobs. And the width right here, this right here is 14. From here to here, this is 14. And as you can see, you're probably counting it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 studs. and then we simply added the top. That is what these two, this is what this size is. So again, we talked about the size of this. Now over here, 13, remember 13 and 13, this whole building is 26. So this is 13 by 14. And then this one is higher because it holds the upstairs right here. And that is what this one is all about. So that is what you need to know. So we have same size as over here, but this one, because it holds the second floor, then this one now comes in a separate manner. So if you want to know the size of this one, in the next videos when we talk about it, I'm going to show you how to do it. And then of course at the very end is the roof. So there you have the overall layout. This is what matters. You need to get started. Now what we're going to do is in the next videos, I'm going to talk about the main floor. Then in the other video, we're going to be talking about the upstairs. And then finally, we're going to be discussing the roofs. And then you are done. You know how to build the whole thing. And so I'm going to see you again in the next video. And we're going to be talking about the main floor of the train station.